Can you say something so I can see if the viewer...
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Everything works. Nico from
Yeah.
space. Ayo, welcome.
Hi, Nico. How you doing?
I see that my Spotify border disappeared. Give me a second.
Let's go vampires. Let's go vampires indeed. This vampire could not get his model up for whatever reason, but you know, happens to the best of us.
Some problems are problems.
Yeah. But it's okay. You can look at this beautiful pixel art. But yes, also hi Will. How you doing? Performance issues indeed. Sadly, it happens. It happens to all of us.
It's what we
Don't
call
shame
the
me.
scuffed of the scuffed streams. We need to do anything that works.
Yep. Yeah, I tried opening up VC Face. VC Face is like, oh hey, your face tracking error won't work.
Like right now, I'm bugging on the stream, so I went inside out.
Yeah, I have the stream pulled up.
Uh,
I tried using Warda to share. Warda's like, haha, can't do a green screen right now,
Wait,
and
I,
so
I
I
I
can't.
need to slice my monitor 4 ways, so give me a second.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay, I have everything. I don't see chat, but yeah.
It's okay. I got the chat pulled up too.
You know, like I have right now sliced my smaller monitor to the... Oh my god, I forgot that... I'm so dumb. I can have the stream open. Okay. Wait, I'm on to something.
Let this man cook. Let this man cook.
2 monitors for the win.
Yeah, I wish I could relate.
Don't worry. That's nothing. Okay, so hello everyone. Today we have no one else than VespertineValentine, if I'm correct.
VespertineValentine, correct.
Vespertine. uh, and
Don't
we'll be
worry.
interviewing him like Faye last time, like month ago. So, for the start, you can tell me about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing? What type of content you are making? And where we can find you, of course.
Hello, everybody. I'm your perpetual tired vampire, Vespertine Valentine, looking for some cozy times in this crazy world. You can often find me playing like third-person action games, Metroidvanias, or FPSs, or MOBAs. God forbid my friends drag me into those. I basically do a whole host of variety of things, and you can find me at Vespertine Valentine on Twitch, Vespertine Val on Twitter, and that's more or less
Can you
all I
type
do.
something on chat so I'll shout out to you?
Type.
Probably everyone who's on the stream. Type. It should work. It should, but it isn't. I guess.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes it doesn't work. And can you tell me how big is your following?
I am currently blessed with 122 followers on Twitch, and probably 191 followers on Twitter, 150 of which are probably bots.
Oh my god, we love bots.
Yeah, we love our bots.
And how long are you streaming?
For about 6 months now.
Ooh, it's pretty long time.
Yeah, I guess in relatively speaking, it's long. Most people either stream for years or quit after like a month or two.
I didn't quit for after a month. I've got like 3 months break. 1 or
I
2.
mean, I mean, it happens. Like, there's obviously a lot of life stuff,
Yeah.
and like, there's a. I will say, streaming takes a lot of energy and time that I feel most people don't understand initially, but it's fun. Especially getting to like meet new folks. I think that's been like the best part of it so far.
You're like the moderator on the EN VTubers Discord, right?
Yes, yes, indeed, I am.
That's where we met, of course. But you're the
Mhm.
guest that got suggested by Faye. So, another question
Mhm.
is that what's your the like platform that you prioritize the most?
Probably just Twitch and Twitter, though I will be starting to occasionally post actual YouTube videos from time to time.
If you want to post videos from your streams, it's pretty easy on YouTube because you can literally export the video first, like the VOD right
Oh no,
now.
I don't mean VODs, I mean like actual videos.
Oh my god, we have YouTuber, VTuber, and streamer here. Let's go, let's go.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I haven't properly started yet.
But
It's
you
gonna be
will.
scuffed, but you know, we love that.
Everyone is scuffed on this platform. Like what the fuck?
Hmm.
Okay,
Big dreams indeed.
so I know that you stream for 6 months. That
Hmm.
you prefer Twitch, and now we're getting to the serious topics. But before
Hmm.
that, I'm gonna enable the music. What made you start streaming?
Oh boy. Do you want like the funny answer or like the
You can go
real?
whatever direction you want.
The funny answer is like money. The
Oh
the
yes, broski, two vampires about money.
the real answer would be uh there's a lot in my life where I felt like I wasn't really going anywhere with that. There is no direction for me in the future, and I just wanted to try something, you know, and see if I could find any happiness or contentment with that. Yeah, I guess that's a short version of the real answer.
And what's the longer one?
Oh, the longer version, and I think I need a professional therapist for that.
I'm not a therapist, but I'm really well. No, I have really well knowledge about taking meds because I take myself like ton.
Do you
You
know?
can call me a legal cocaine golem. So yeah.
Do you actually? But if you've been taking your meds, then wouldn't we all disappear? For we all funny voices in your head that don't exist.
I always talk with myself and my voices. You know. They tell me not to drive the car.
Oh,
Fun fact: I can't drive a car.
uh, uh, I mean, that's fine. I failed my driving test twice.
It's not that I failed. My
Oh,
meds tell me that I can't drive.
oh, okay, that's also understandable.
Yeah, so if we wanna talk about like medical stuff, I'm a really good person to tell you. You should take your meds.
Yes, take your meds, kids.
Yes. I forgot to take my meds. My assistant, can you bring me water? I need water. You
You have
need
an
to.
assistant for
Yes, I have an assistant right now. My assistant didn't bring me water because I forgot to take my meds. So that's why I hear those voices.
Ah, yeah, that'll
Uh,
happen.
okay, so what's the longer version of why you started streaming? Like, for example, Faye told me that she is using it as a form of therapy, same as me, and
I
like
would.
way to reach to people.
Hmm. I think for me, it's like not exactly a form of therapy, mostly because I'm of the mind that the best form of therapy is, you know, actual therapy.
Wait,
Uh,
wait, I have another fun fact. I've got water, but it's with ice inside.
oh, fancy. But
Uh,
also kind of psychotic. It's winter. What do you mean, ice water?
like, I have the small thing outside of my house where we have, like, everything, like, things to eat or something else, and we have water here. So, this water is from this spot, and it's cold, really cold.
Hmm. But yes, go take your med. What?
Okay, I've took my meds, so you can go on.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, no. Like as I was saying, I feel like the best form of therapy is usually actual therapy. But for me, this is more of can I do something in life where I feel content with like who I am as a person? Where a lot of people like like all growing up and hell every time like you go to visit your relatives they're like, so what are you doing, what do you want to be in life, where do you see yourself? And honestly I've never had an answer for that because I never thought anything felt too appealing to me. And this basically is my way of trying to figure myself out, who I am, what I want to be in life. And the reason why I picked streaming is because I, one, enjoy um, talking to people. I enjoy making them laugh. I enjoy entertaining. And hell, I enjoy talking in general. I will yap on for as long as possible if required. And two, I also just I I don't work well under most people. I tend to get I tend to get like competitive of what say think are very stupid ideas. I will respect the decisions in a lot of cases, but I feel like in a lot of conventional jobs, you have to deal with so much bullshit from higher ups that it's just soul crushing. And if possible, if I could ever make this an actual career for myself, um, that'll be the best thing ever because not only will that mean that, hey, I could make something of my life while making other people happy, I could also just not be constantly under the weight of other people who are as miserable as me.
I can feel you. Like,
Mhm.
I share my, like, way I see the world with you. I tried to work, like, few times, and always it ended up like me dropping off or out.
Yeah,
Mostly because of people.
cause I feel that it, cause I feel like a lot of people are never considerate of how we treat other people, and that's like one of
Yeah,
the main, yeah, that's like one of the main things about me as streaming as well, where for like a while, I noticed that I was like a very angry person, and that I would like snap at like little things, and I just got annoyed and irritated at stuff that ultimately didn't matter. And with like VTubing, I promised myself that unless it was genuinely something important that I needed to address, I wouldn't like get into like petty dramas or like make like my these are my quote unquote hot takes, which is just me being being an asshole. And I wouldn't engage in that kind of behavior because there's like a lot of nastiness in the world, and especially online, I feel like people forget that they're humans talking to other humans, or well, in our case, vampires talking to other humans. Uh,
so I guess we
and
have two bots talking to each other.
yes, yes, they tend to forget that and not realize that you should be a little like respectful. Not well, not even respectful, just like decent to each other. Just because you disagree that the fucking Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of mid doesn't mean you need to
No,
tell them that.
no, don't
that
bring the Jujutsu Kaisen, don't! I'm gonna die!
no, that's what I'm saying. That just because like you might say that, think that doesn't mean another person has to be like you grass-fed, like dirt munching bitch. Your mother was a cow and your father never loved you. Here's your IP address. Go die. Like you don't need
Oh
to
my
do all
god.
that.
I love IPS versus leaked.
Yeah,
I need
like there's a lot of that
I need to Google
in.
something, cause in Poland,
Mhm.
uh, in Poland we have like the character type.
Mhm.
That's what you like described. It's like character type that's really nervous, really raging and everything, and it's basically like natural for them to rage at anything. In Poland we call it choleric, but when I translated it, it's like spitfire. I don't think it's the right word.
No, I can get it, where
But yeah,
it's like the lol cow type of streamers, right?
yeah, but it's really a condition that make you go rage on anything. So for people who don't know, being a choleric or spitfire, whatever you call it, it's normal. Wait, my
Waiting.
assistant gave me. Oh, okay. So it's just being hot-tempered.
Mhm.
It's normal. It's condition for real, and you can get medical meds for that. So yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
maybe something. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
mo-
what you're trying to say. Like
most
people have
of
anger
the
issues.
most of the pills you get for depression, for anything, calm you down. So if you are like really hot tempered, you can go to the specialist, and then he can prescribe you meds that will make you go down a bit.
Oh, I don't even really mean like actual conditions that make people that angry. I mean more so just being chronically online and
Oh no,
forgetting
being
how to interact with
chronically
people.
online.
Yeah, like I just legitimately I'm telling people to go outside, like go to the corner store, say hi to the people manning it, get yourself a snack, just take a walk, see the sun for like 20 minutes a day, you know? Well, not for us though, because I think we'd burn up, but that's a different point entirely. Uh,
You know, when you talk about that, like, uh, we had this conversation with Faye, I think, about people making VTubers their GFs or something like that.
VTubers that they what?
Like people who make VTubers
Mm-hmm.
their girlfriends or
Oh, the
boyfriends.
oh yeah, the
Yeah,
parasocial aspect, yeah.
yeah. Like being terminally online on Twitch is pretty often. At least
Yeah,
that's what I see.
oh yeah, no, definitely, because like there's a lot of younger people with like very little life experiences and very little uh like they have a very little life experience and a lot of free time, so they're just on Twitch, like not realizing how to talk to people
And not
that they might.
realizing that this
Mhm.
virtual persona is not your girlfriend. She won't kiss you for real.
Yeah, and like definitely I feel that they need to understand that at the end of the day, this is a quote unquote relationship between a streamer and his his or theirs audience. Like, Ves, you won't. I'll kiss you. I mean, I'll kiss you, Nico, but that's because you're actually my friend. But like, that's the thing. I'll kiss my homies, but like I'm not homies with everybody. Like please don't come into chat asking me if I have like uh an SFW Twitter or an OnlyFans, because yes, I have had
Oh
people
my god, do you
ask me
have
that.
an OnlyFans? Like, what the fuck do you? Ah. Oh my god, what the
No, like I've
fuck
had
is this
people come in.
topic? It's,
Like I was playing.
it's
Yeah,
becoming
I
a
was playing like
podcast.
yeah, I was playing fucking like a roguelike. No, not a roguelike. I was playing a Dark Souls type of game, Lies of
Oh
P.
yeah.
And someone just came in the chat and like was talking about how cute I was and how much they liked my voice, and I asked
What
them, "Oh
the
yeah, I have my
fuck?
Twitter." Yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a Twitter," and then they were like, "Oh, is it like that kind of Twitter?" And I was so flabbergasted. I'm like, "What do you mean that kind of Twitter?" And
It's,
which
we can call that sexual harassment, I think.
that's it's just kind of weird, simply because uh, okay, this is a little bit of a pet peeve I have, where especially in VTubing spaces, I've noticed that people associate, if people see that you have a certain type of design, they immediately sexualize you. So if you're like a feminine, like look, an effeminate like boy, they're like, oh, you must be this type of way and like these types of things. I'm like, no, like quit assuming things, please, about people. It's gross and weird. Or if like a female presenting VTuber has like big bazongas,
Oh
they're
yeah,
like,
big
oh,
bazookas. Can I
yeah,
touch the boobies? Oh
uh,
yes.
and I mean, another annoying thing is like they automatically assume that, oh, this must be like a really sexual thing, and I'm like, okay, but maybe like IRL, maybe their flesh tour model has like, you know, big bazungas, and they're just like, oh, this just looks like me, so I want it to be that way. Like, there's a lot of assumptions going on about a lot of things, and that's not something that really annoys me about the space personally. But eh, it it's mostly because like it's still a young thing, you know, VTubing, and
I
the
don't think
more we
it's.
do it,
I don't think it's young. It's that it got through the Japanese market to the
I
like
I mean, compared to most types of streaming,
international audience. It really got twisted in ways.
I don't think so. Mostly because like if you consider like in the whole grand scheme of streaming, VTubing is like one of the youngest forms. Like it's still really new in like the history of the internet.
You know what's
It's
new?
still starting. It's starting to get mainstream, but
You know what's new? Right,
but
Shadow Legends. Play the game.
I
Sorry,
was
I
okay.
needed to.
No. Actually, but the funny thing about that, I recently got, you know, in Stream Elements, there's like a sponsor section type of thing. I I noticed that there's a sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends there.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
and I was like, hmm, maybe, maybe,
maybe.
but
Like,
sadly,
if I could get the like sponsorship from Riot and play the game, I will do it. Like, I don't have anything against the auto battlers and anything, but I think we're
I
driving away from the main topic of interviewing to the sponsorships, and I want to like
mhm.
shout out the question from Barry Manser. I don't get it. In my opinion, because I can't sexualize people. I know model if I tried. That was about the sexualizing models of people and VTubers. Like,
Mhm.
from my perspective, like I can understand that people sexualize like big boobs streamers and VTubers mostly because people sexualize anime and like VTubers are made out from anime. So
Most times, yeah.
that's why it's really easy to understand. For me, for example, me, like I am weeb, like many other people. I watched anime. I watched High School of the Dead and High School DxD, if anyone know.
High School of the Dead is unironically one of my favorite animes.
Yeah, I rewatch it like rewatch it like 3 times every year. So
Oh, like even discounting like all the boobies and things, I just think it's a good anime.
I love anime and films and serials about zombies, so I love
Oh
zombie
yeah.
games too, so yeah. It's kind of like one of the best zombie animes, like others
Mm-hmm.
are School Life, and I don't know any other about zombie.
Uh, there's like Zom 100 that came out
Yeah,
last season.
yeah, but it's really new. I'm I'm following the manga with every latest chapter, so yeah.
No, I read a little bit of it, but I haven't. Uh, Actually,
I'm
getting off topic again. Like, what was the original question?
original. Why? What you made such streaming, and we drifted away to anime and everything about zombies.
Yes,
I think
that's
it's
that's
not a problem. Like it's interview, but it's some kind of podcast too to like talk with people, to get to know each other, to let people know
mhm.
you, not me, cause it's my stream.
That's
But
fine. I'm sure
to
people will know little things about you here and there.
uh, I don't
I
know.
didn't know you had an
Like
assistant. That's something new.
I won't get into the like main topics why I have assistant, but it's not really an assistant. It's
I'd
someone.
assume. I.
It's someone who is bulldog right like in my back. So, but yeah, uh, and about that, like I think of this like invitation to the manor, like just a way to talk with people and to engage in like small conversation and show people that small streamers have their problems, have their own like view on the platform.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like when I started streaming, I was overwhelmed by the amount of people that are different.
Oh,
So
that was one of my favorite parts of like how many different
that's
people
why
there are.
I've made my idea to make like this. I have this format, which is
Mm-hmm.
invitation to the manor, and I'm going to start another format, which is called what was it called? Tea Before the Night Comes, and it's totally podcast about anything like games, VTubing, streaming, just two people talking. And I have my first guest, I have my small amount of questions, and it will be even more open than this format. So yeah, I just want to talk with people, I guess.
Yeah, that's understandable entirely.
Okay, so back to the topic of
Mm-hmm.
questions. Uh, you watch any streamers?
Only my friends nowadays, to be honest.
Did you watch anyone before you started? Like the big streamers, Andrea or anyone other?
VTubers are just like streamers in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mostly mean like VTubers or like other streamers, because I mostly know VTubers because I'm like centered.
We know. Yes.
So yeah.
Uh, okay, so originally the way I guess you could go with how I learned about VTubing, it was by
So I'll tell you
getting
the question like whole that I have like typed in my script. Do you have someone who you try to
mm,
imitate? That's why I asked about big streamers, because Faye didn't have like this someone who's like she looks up to. So I just wanted to see if you have anyone like that.
looks look up to and want to imitate. Uh, these aren't VTubers, but
I know it can be
uh,
anyone other. Like,
uh, probably like Dog VA and
oh my god,
uh, Cutie Cinderella.
Sea Dog VA. I love him.
Yeah,
Like he,
Dog and Cutie are probably the two that I look up to a lot.
they have great.
Uh,
I don't know about the cutie, but I know that Sea Dog have like great content.
yeah. In terms of other VTubers that I look up to, Um, there's Kiryu Coco.
Oh
Like,
yes.
that's that's basically how I got into it. VTubing. Um,
Same as me,
and
we're brothers. Not even by being vampires.
yes, our Oshi is like the Yakuza dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
And
basically
dragon
the
butt plug.
yes with her Asakoko. Uh, other ones that I look up to, but I don't really necessarily emulate that much is like Kosha Marin. I adore her. Palma Rain Puff is another one that I love her energy and like the vibe she brings to
Pomu is
streams.
graduating, if I'm right, yeah?
Yeah, she's graduating very soon,
Uh,
which
Everyone is
big peop.
graduating. Like, any month you get someone who's graduating right now. I don't know why
It,
though.
it makes sense because like the okay, getting into like a nitty gritty deep business side of things. Uh, most contracts, at least for beginners, tend to be in like practically any sort of entertainment business, either tend to be on a trial basis or tend to be for around like 2 to 3 years, and those 2 to 3 years are obviously up for Pomo. Now, this is mostly kind of me speculating based off of everything I know about showbiz in other aspects, but yeah. So chances are her contract's up and she's like, I'm going off to Antarctica, bitches.
I don't know much about the contracts that they have, but I'm not a little bit, but pretty much like a person who is really into like business. So
Hmm.
I can see the prices everywhere. But I think there's one thing that makes it really like ick for me, that you
Hmm.
can't buy out your old model. This
No, you can't buy out your old model, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you can
Yeah, yeah.
buy out from the agency. At least that's
Yeah,
what
that.
it looks like.
Oh, yeah, no, that's they're like, yeah, we're never gonna use this model again, but also
But
we're
we
not gonna.
won't let you buy it, so
Yeah, that. I have my gripes against big VTuber corps, is all I'll say.
okay, so we're cyberpunk and we fuck corporations. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother, we got a city to burn.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have the city to burn.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But like, I don't have anything against like agencies at all, but I think they are pretty too strict. Like,
No,
Vishojo is
yeah.
example of being too open.
I they try to cater to a certain thing, and I have my ups and downs with it. But all in all, like there's a lot of corpo tubers that I look up to, like I mentioned, like Kiryu, Coco, like Pomo, Marin, some other ones. I guess some ones that I guess used to be indie are like Iron Mouse. I look up to her a lot for everything she can do and
We love
how
Iron Mouse.
yeah, like it's a very inspiring figure of and someone where you can look at her and be like, damn, like there is a point to always try because if you don't try, then you're not gonna end up in the position that she's in right now because she worked very hard for all of that
Everyone works really
and
hard to
mhm,
get somewhere.
um and I obviously look up to my friends a lot too, like a lot of them for very different reasons, but I don't think I don't think like you that was the initial question of hey should I shield for my friends, but uh that aside, yeah, I think that's more or less it. I'm not see this is the weird part about me where I don't exactly look up to a lot of people where I can admire certain traits about them, but I've never been like oh my god this is like my celebrity god king type of thing.
You're the creator of your destiny. and
Yeah, I'm
no
not
one
like
can tell you otherwise.
yeah, it's like I don't get the hype of being something like a Swiftie or a K-pop stan, where
I like
everything about your
K-pop, but
life.
I don't
Oh no, no,
remember
I mean
any
the
name
oh
of
no, I
anyone.
don't mean the music in itself.
Yeah,
I
I
mean more
mean
so
like
like
that. Like
yeah,
I like music, but I don't remember any artist.
I mean more so in this. Yeah, I get that. I mean more so in like the sense of in making your entire life revolve around them. That
Legendary
specific.
armies.
Mhm.
In Poland, we call them armaty, which means cannon. So you know.
Oh yeah, they definitely fire like cannons. Hmm.
Okay, so another question I have
Mhm.
is that what goals did you achieve from your start?
What goals did I achieve from my start? Like
Yeah.
from when I started? The fact that I'm even continuing doing this is something that I didn't expect. Um, Mostly because like I have a habit, like a very bad habit of like picking something up and then being like, oh, this is too much work. I don't want to do it anymore. Um, some other stuff that is big is like I made a lot of friends that have been very helpful to my life, and I'm very grateful to have them. I got to 100 followers in less than a year, which I never in a million years would have thought about. Made affiliate, which is wild to me because like when I initially started streaming, I was like, oh wow, like getting one or two people to watch you is like the hardest thing ever. How will I ever get three people to watch me on average?
You know,
Uh,
when you start networking too
mhm.
much, you can get like I don't know, like I've got on my first stream like 7 people, mostly because I've got the networking done, and it was like
I
people lurking that I know.
Oh yeah, no, that's kind of similar with me, where I just made a lot of friends, and my friends like to show up on my stream.
My
Um,
friends have streams when I'm streaming, so I don't have
yeah,
anyone who dropped by.
yeah, sadly, that's an issue that I also tend to have, but it's okay. Um, let's see, what else? In terms of other big goals, there's not really much else
You've
that,
got your model redone, I think.
oh yeah,
It's one of the goals
I got,
too.
mm, yeah, that was always like that was always a goal that I thought I'd get eventually, but I had a friend like just donate a lot of money to me and be like, here you go. And my model artist at the time, I think they were doing emergency commissions, so their prices were like $100 lower than usual. So I ended up getting a really nice model for much cheaper than I should have probably. But they're awesome and they were really good throughout the whole process.
So, so do you have any like dream model that you
Like
want
I'm
from like dreamed artist?
there for my 2D model, yeah, the well, 2D model as if I'm getting one anytime soon. Uh, but if I do get a 2D model, then yes, there is like I'm like looking over a few artists that do really, really nice designs. And my thing is that I want the 2D model to be something specific and something huge. So I'm likely gonna be saving up for it for a long time because it's definitely gonna be a really expensive one.
I can tell you how much would my redebut cost, because I've made like the sheet for it,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm correct, it would be like about 2,000
Yeah, that's about what I was
for
thinking as
everything
well.
around, but for model from my dreamed artist, which is on Fiverr, is 3,000.
Yeah,
So,
that's usually how a lot of those goes are like I think I would also end up needing like $1,000 to $3,000 just to get like a super nice 2D model, but honestly, that's like way down the line, and it's not something that I'm like thinking about too much. Mostly because I want to do more stuff with the models that I do have. I want to work with other 3D artists to do different 3D models. Um, and yeah, and that's I guess. But getting back to the original question, that's one of the big goals I achieved. Um, fuck, there was something else I was gonna say in terms of goals, but it has slipped my brain. um,
So we can
uh,
like go to another question. That's not a problem.
yeah, sure.
Uh, I think we can skip this one because I don't know if we talked per se about
What is it?
what do you think about the platform so far? What shocked you the most in good or bad way?
Oh, about Twitch and Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Twitter. Twitter used to be something that was bearable, and it still is if you are very good with blocking people. But with the current people running it, it's like getting worse and worse in a lot of ways. And so I'm basically just on there to get updates of what my friends are doing and nothing else. Twitch, Twitch, I think is s- trying. It's trying to do its best, but it's struggling at that. And it desperately needs competition that doesn't just explode because the people running it are awful.
Like, there's a good alternative. Like, many people from Poland use it. It's the kick, you know that? About that?
I wouldn't call Kick a good alternative, to be honest.
Uh,
Kick is like a ticking time bomb,
yeah,
and
it's like every other streaming platform. Expect
nah,
Twitch and YouTube is like taking time bomb because you don't know when it comes to an end.
no. To Kick in particular is a ticking time bomb because they have a really terribly kept TOS. They're funded solely through the revenue they gain from gambling and like
Oh, I
event
didn't know
and the
that.
fact that yeah, Kick is owned by Stake and Stake is a gambling corporation.
Oh my god, I didn't know it's run by stakes.
Yeah,
But they like one thing that they have like good is the
revenues.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it's really good and
yeah, that's what I like about Kick is like it has a lot of good incentives to be on there, but the fact that you can like have a lit like and I'm not being hyperbolic, like somebody who is like actually a Nazi be a guest in like their top streamer streams and like chill out with them. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
that's why I think like it's a good platform for multi-streaming.
Yeah, like
You
because
know,
you can just be
you
like,
stream on Twitch mainly. You stream on YouTube as the second one, and the third is Kick because if you get any subs, it's really good money.
yeah. And like, I'm not gonna knock anyone who's gonna stream on there because you gotta do what you gotta do. I just
If you
don't
need
like the
money,
people
you
who,
need money.
yeah, I just don't like the people who run the website, and I don't like the top streamers on the website because they all like perpetuate really terrible behavior. Like I don't know if you saw, but like a person who got banned several times on Twitch was allowed to stream on Kick, and he was basically just harassing people in Japan. That was
Uh,
just his entire content, and
I don't know who's
it was
that,
so
but
bad that Japan, like people in like Japan were like, oh, they might consider laws to make it impossible to IRL stream in Japan.
yeah, I only know that one person from Poland that got banned on YouTube
Hmm.
and Twitch because the reasons no one really knows why.
Hmm.
Went on Kick and he's like living on Kick and the like he's not a bad person. Like people in Poland like him. He got his like way of speaking. That's pretty harsh, but he's not a bad person. He's good father. He is like normal person, but he got banned because he's harsh with his words. And that's why he landed on Kick. Like, it's a place where people who can stream on other platforms go, I think.
I get that. It's just like, again, my issue is always with the people up top. But yeah, no, I don't really have much to say about Twitch and Twitter other than the fact that they're certainly some of the platforms of all time.
I only can say that Twitch have a shitty suggestion tab, and it's really hard to get up and running.
Oh yeah, it's not really great at um pushing up and coming streamers. Mm.
So next question is, what do you think about VTubers community? And
Uh,
as your moderator on the Discord that's full of people like that, I think you can give me a really interesting answer.
okay. So I see a lot of like yapping and complaining about how terrible the community is and blah 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 blah, and there is credence to that. I will wholly admit that there's a lot of things wrong with the community, as with practically almost every community on the internet, but like people are super welcoming and nice from what I've experienced. Like they're very open to helping you. They're very open to showing you where to go, what to avoid, how to like grow. They'll take you into their own streams and like shout you out. You'll get like a like today I just got a random piece of art from someone that I recently met, and like I interact with her, but I don't really talk to her that much. But even then she took the time out of her day to like make art of me out of nowhere, and like that's super nice. And like there's a lot of love in the community, I feel. There's a lot of um generosity, and like as evidenced by the fact that like people that I've only known for like 3 months at the time decided that, oh hey, here's like $100 like RAM so you can upgrade. Here's like $100 like memory card so you can actually have space to store things. And like
Here's
they had no
a
reason.
100 gifted subs, cause I'm owner of the company.
No, unironically, I I am not somebody who like averages a lot of viewers. I don't really have a lot of rich viewers either, but I had like 75 subscribers until recently because my friends are just they're supportive. They care, and if like if you do right by them, there's a lot of people who will do right by you. Now,
I'm too pure to give anyone subs, so well.
yeah, exactly, and that's fine. And that is the thing, is that they understand that because like I'm also too poor to like willy-nilly give out
But I can
subscriptions and
carry
shit.
people in games, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't have to spend money on them either, because like they always pop on by my streams to say hi. They might not always stay there, but at least they give me the support in showing that they care. They will interact with my posts. They'll check up on me if I seem like that something's wrong. They'll ask me for help. Which is like a big sign of trust to like ask another person for help, I feel.
But
And
I'm never going to ask you about VTubing programs. I saw the thing before the stream.
mhm.
I'm not gonna ask you about that.
Oh, it's great. Waterdo's unironically great. It's just like a little a little hard to learn in some cases. Um, but yeah, no, like there's a lot about this community that is so welcoming and so wonderful. However,
Oh no, and here we're going with bad things.
I would be remiss to not point out how this community certain aspects of it, for the life of it, does not know how to handle sexual topics. Um, like you see the whole discourse about like loot tubers, or oh, this person did this weird thing, and oh, this person is that type of creep, and I'm like, so much of this could be avoided if people just recognize the fact that there is a time and place to quote unquote play a character, or like act a certain way. This is not even like a VTubing thing. This is just a plain old like act like a proper adult thing, and recognize that not every space needs you to put on your deep, sultry like uh mommy or daddy voice to impress
Oh
the
no,
Discord
no.
skittens. Like you don't you don't need to do that in like a random like Discord call where people are around. It's okay. You can act like a normal person. Act like a silly little goober. Like last night, me and my friends here were talking, and I made a joke about like, oh hey, you're doing an ASMR voice. And one of them actually did an ASMR voice, and I'm like, holy shit, that was so powerful, simply because I did not know that you could do that. It was like that meme of, I apologize, I was not familiar with your game. And, that's funny, that's effective, but at least they weren't always doing that voice all the time to try and, impress the hoes, as they say. And that's a big problem, I feel. And oh my god, don't get me started on like you look like a twink or like a femboy or something like that. They're like, oh, you're a bottom, you're a bottom, you're a bottom, you're a bottom, and I'm like, you motherfuckers don't even know what a bottom means.
Bro, I don't even know what like yaoi is, brah. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. Like they, there's a lot of there's a lot of people who have not had that type of intimacy IRL. So like they really um
People like to
exasperated.
sexualize everything right now.
Yeah, not I don't think it's people, and I don't think it's right now.
I mean,
People have.
like, it's common to sexualize everything at this point in time.
Oh no, I think it's always been like that because like fucking go back to as far as ancient Greece and you'll see that everybody was like naked and fucking all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the thing right now, it's really easy to get your sexualization up to the maximum and to the, like, the biggest amount of people.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. And my biggest issue is the fact that people A don't want to talk about it in a healthy manner, and B will act weird about it when you are like, hey, can you like please stop? But yeah, that's just on my time here. A big it's a gripe. Another gripe I have is someone who is like a person of color.
Person
Um,
of color, you mean like race or
yes. Like I'm not white. Uh,
and
uh
bruh.
see, the big another thing in regards to that, I had a gripe that I have with VTubing in particular is that it feels like it feels like if you have a certain of darker skin tone, sometimes the fans can like act really terrible towards you. And I've seen it time and time again, and it's really discouraging to have people act that sort of way.
That's why you need to be like fuck everything up. If you're a good person, you're a good person. I don't
Sure,
care.
but
Like,
no, I understand that, but to give you
I don't
like
really understand about what you're going on. Like, you're uh, whatever. You're darker skin, lighter. Anyway,
yeah, I know, I get that,
do
but
people
like
like tend to like be inconsiderate to that or?
yes, yes they do,
Oh my god.
and that's where the part where I'm like, you guys don't have to act this way, please, or
Isn't
yeah,
that like skin color is just a skin color? Like, bro.
yeah, people are like I said, people can be really weird, especially when they don't have outside interactions very much. And that's basically VTubing the biggest problem. A lot of people in this space are really online and they don't go out and they don't interact. with
Oh my god,
people.
people can have different color of skin. Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
You don't understand. Like you genuinely don't understand the
I
type of
don't
comments.
understand.
Well, the people, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, another good
Oh
point
my
that brought up.
god, we're going to the relationship topic.
Yeah, that's another thing that's another gripe I have with the community of like, oh my god, let people like date each other if they want to. Who cares?
Yeah. No one
Yeah,
should
that's
care about what you're doing with your private life. Like, we're here to give you entertainment, and like, we have our own lives outside of stream. Who
hmm
could guess that? For example,
yeah.
my assistant
hmm
is my girlfriend. Like,
Oh my god, Lord drop, holy shit,
oh no,
whoa!
he have a girlfriend. Like, I don't
You instantly
understand.
lose all your followers
Oh
because
my
they
god,
realize they can't date you.
I'm gonna die. But
hmm
I told Faye that I'm gonna speedrun the canceling, so if I ever go big, you can try to cancel me. I'm gonna make content out of it.
No, it's fine. Cancellation. They can't. Only your actual audience can cancel you. The people outside, it doesn't really matter that much. Um, but yeah, that's a. Those are some of my gripes. But honestly, I don't really, like I mentioned before, I don't really like talking about the drama and the tea and the gripes too much because, like I initially mentioned, there's a lot of welcoming people. There's a lot of diverse people, and there's like just so much love and support you can get if you are a good person. And that is first and foremost what and like that is the first and foremost key to like the VTubing community just being like better. Just treat people with decency.
For me, like, this whole
hmm
idea of interviewing is a way to get the knowledge about young people, because I'm not the youngest out of people, and I really can't catch up with the whole idea of non-binary, etc. And that's why I'm always asking about that. Like, I'm
Oh,
your
that's
old
fine.
prick that doesn't really understand anything. That's
No,
why
no, no. That's,
if
see,
people
there's some.
like, that's
Mhm.
why I'm really glad that you're talking about like the race thing and everything about that, because I can get the knowledge that I couldn't get otherwise.
Oh no, and honestly, when it comes to all of that, you'll find that the majority of people who live that kind of lifestyle, or are minorities in some aspect, will like happily explain to you if you are, being nice about it, and they'll just explain to you that yeah, it's like this is like this, and that's that. Like you see a lot of people be like, "Oh my God, I tried to talk to this person who was like this, and like they freaked out at me. Epic Twitter moment, lol, lol, please give me money, please, 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 please." And in reality, sure, does that happen sometimes? Like maybe, but that's like 1% out of 99%. We don't judge like we don't judge all white people based off of what Karens do, right? Like at the
Bruh,
fucking
I judge
grocery
people
store.
by I judge people because I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You ask people, you try to understand them, and if you come from a place of genuine curiosity and like respect, they will reciprocate that the majority of the times. And it's a good thing you're trying to do that.
But as older person, you have one problem. Like, I have my tolerance scaled to the like level, and there are things I don't understand. For example, like the bunny personalities or something like that. I asked Faye about that, and I'm still amazed that people try to like be a frog person or whatever they call it, and I don't
Uh,
understand.
See, when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, well, I don't get it, but also, fuck it, they're living their best life. What do I care?
I'm boomer. I need to like have things to shit about. So
No, that's again, whenever it comes to stuff like that I genuinely don't understand. I ask myself the question: is this harming anyone? if the answer to that question is no, I'm like, okay, I don't need to understand that. I can gladly avoid them if I don't want to
Yes,
know.
that's why I'm avoiding people like that, but at the same time, I'm asking myself, how the fuck did it happen that you feel like a frog? Or a bunny? How
Uh,
is that possible?
yeah, I mean, hey, a lot of people turn into dogs whenever they see anime women, so
Oh my god, women! Barf, barf, bark, 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 bark.
indeed.
Oh my god, women. Women.
Hmm.
Does women exist?
I don't know. Ask your assistant. Does she exist?
Do you exist, assistant? She's telling me no. I guess it's time for taking pills.
Oh, oh, oh! Your models.
I know, it's glitching.
It's
Because I
okay. It's
have my
okay.
monitor up a bit, so I can like spin my neck around a bit.
Oh, oh no! Oh no!
Like you see, I can die at the same time and do anything else. Okay, so we have topic about VTuber community and whereabouts about around it done.
Mm-hmm.
So next question is, what did streaming gave you? Wait,
Money?
I expect money.
Um, uh, Technically speaking, like yes, in terms of material possessions, VTubing has given me money, 2 sticks of 16 GB RAMs, and 1 TB SSD. Jokes aside, VTubing has given me a lot of confidence in where I could go in life, who I could be. It's given me a lot of wonderful friends that I would have never had without it. Um,
Can you stop for a second? I forgot to change the question. And it's
it's
going
fine,
for
it's fine.
the YouTube after the stream, so
Okay, it's okay. Take your time.
because this and the podcast format is for YouTube, so people can get the knowledge about streaming on YouTube. Because I looked up really many videos about how to grow big, and no one is telling the real thing. Everyone is spelling the big shit that even if you do, you won't grow.
Um,
It's
I mean, do you want the answer on how to grow big really fast?
that's the last question, bro.
Oh, okay.
Don't do this right now, okay?
Okay, just as a teaser, I will say you will not like the answer, but continue.
Like I don't need to like the answer. I want to know like one of the last questions is that what's the one thing you could tell small streamers?
Mhm. Uh,
But like you
um,
know better as small streamer than the big streamer that tells you what to do.
yeah, yeah, no, definitely, and
And they are just spouting the same nonsense that really won't let you go big. Like it won't work like that. You just need the luck. Without luck,
um,
you're not gonna succeed. Like that's all.
oh yeah, oh yeah, should I continue with what I was
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, it's given me a lot of friends that I hold very dearly. Uh, it has given me so much cool art. Holy shit, I love you, all my artist friends, and you guys are the best at drawing my funny little guy, being a funny little man. Um, and honestly, last month was my birthday, and my birthday is usually not a day I look forward to, but uh, last, I guess the last birthday, it was one of the very few times in my life where I felt so genuinely loved by everyone. And that feeling I had that day, now that is something that I would not trade for anything else in the world. So yeah, that's something that VTubing has, or streaming in general, has given me.
That's really nice.
Mhm.
You know, like when you grow older, you just stop like even enjoying birthdays because you grow
Yeah.
older. Like every time I'm getting the like information that I'm getting to get older or 1 year, I'm going to cry.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just a case of like everyone that I know is so far away. I have no one around
Yeah, and
me.
that's really cute and really good.
Yeah, yeah, that's like yeah. For me, like initially, it was just a case of like I just felt lonely on my birthdays, and now I didn't feel that last year, and like that was the big gift for me, I guess.
Next time, tell me that you have birthday. I'm gonna drink or your on your
Okay,
birthday.
we can.
I can
Yeah.
drink, but yes, I'm gonna drink.
A Polish man drinking?
Uh,
Really? That's so wild.
oh my god, vodka? What's that?
Um, yeah, no, that's that's basically it, I guess. That's as far as what streaming's given me.
Okay, so we know what streaming gave you, and now we'll we'll think about what will it give you. So, where do you see yourself in the 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year?
In 1 week, I see myself having a very drunken and fun stream where I read out one of the worst fan fictions known to mankind as a reward for reaching 100 followers. Um, in 1 month, I see myself uh being very stressed out, but releasing my first ever YouTube video where I will likely be talking about certain things that I really enjoy in like a discussion videos type of format. And in 1 year, uh, I see myself knowing how to cook more. I see myself knowing how to edit better. I see myself having at least 12 YouTube videos out with mm,
You're
uh
going, you're going to post like one video per month or what?
at least depending on how good I get with editing and everything.
Or be like
Um
other people, just post VODs. For example, me.
and yeah, oh yeah, I should also I see hopefully myself with an average of 10 viewers and 300 followers on Twitch. Teehee.
Yeah,
That would be really
bro.
cool.
I think you're gonna reach it in like half of the year.
Maybe, but I want to be realistic and not set myself up for failure.
Like when I see that you have 122, when I last saw you, you have 73. So per month.
Oh yeah, no.
Wait,
Oh yeah, no.
I'm doing some math. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Okay, layer cook, 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 cook.
I think you will reach the 300 like 7 months from this time.
Hopefully, and that'll be a amazing goal to get. Because I feel like once you cross a certain point, it's just like it's easier to get bigger. Until you know you reach a little plateau and you're like, okay, this is my core audience. But yeah, that's where I see myself.
I don't see
Mm.
myself anywhere because I'm losing followers. you know.
Uh, I mean, you took a break. That's why. It's fine.
Yeah, but you know, like I've got a break because of the followers around the streaming thing. It really got hard on me.
I get that. I get that. And honestly, um, the I guess a harsh reality is the fact that if you don't do this consistently, people will likely like drop off.
Or if
But
you don't have luck, like me.
yeah, okay, a friend of mine always says if you want to make it big in life, you need persistence, skill, and luck. If you have two of those, then you'll make it. So long as you got persistence and skill, You don't really need luck.
But if you don't have persistence and luck or skill, then you are failure.
Then maybe you need to decide a
to
different
get
career.
to get the skill.
Yeah.
For example, I'm gonna to stream the Call of Duty mostly because it's only game I can play.
Oh, that's fine. Like, be the best at what you can be, is all I say.
But the thing about being good at game and getting viewers is it's really like problematic, because if you're not the best in the game, you need to like give
Be
with your
entertaining at least.
you need to give with your character. But if you're the best at the game, fuck it, just be the best.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of people don't watch, like, if you ever watch, like, Faker's streams, my
Yeah,
man does
he's
not
just good
talk
at the
at all.
game.
Yeah, he doesn't talk at all.
He's just
He's just
not.
like, yeah, people are like, oh yeah, they're here to see me play. And that's it.
And here we
Um,
are, VTubers can't playing games, going bazinga. Let's go. We need to play Lethal Company together so we can call it like two bots playing scary games. Let's go.
I mean, I asked, like, do you know the collab that's happening soon for Little Company that
No.
Faye is gonna be in?
I don't know any collabs, I don't really look at anything right now.
Well, how are you gonna get people to play Little Company with you if you don't look at people playing Little Company, huh?
I don't really talk with people, bro. I just
Talk with people, damn it.
like, I just told you about the stream like a week ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally like, I need to stop the break, so I'm going to do the things I was meant to do. So I'm gonna interview you. And like, for most of the time I thought like, I'm doing it because I told myself I'll do it, and not for the funsies. But right now it's really fun to talk with you. And I don't really like want to engage in the community right now.
Fair enough, but like I said, it's good to just chat around, not even for VTubing stuff, but just to get to know people, you know?
You know, looking at people is too much for me right now. Growing bigger than me in the span of
Mhm.
time when I done everything I have right now. Ugh. Why people grow and I'm staying behind.
I don't tend to don't never, and I genuinely mean this, never compare yourself to other people's growths
You
because
know,
it
I've
it
got
doesn't make
told
any sense.
that. I've got
No,
told that.
no. And the reason why I say this is because growth doesn't make any fucking sense most of the times. Like, I have a friend, like, she's wonderful. I'm very happy for her, but I
Uh,
have no fucking idea how she grows this fast
I
because
I
she doesn't
know
even stream.
okay, I don't know who you're talking about, but I know one person who grows like fucking train.
No, like, to give you
And
an idea, she usually maybe streams like 4 times a month, maybe 4 to 6 times a month, and it has like 700 followers. Um, like in like 6 months, like that's insane. And again, I'm very happy for her. I'm just like, but fucking how though? That's not how that's supposed to work.
uh, about that, I have something that's called perceptual disorder. So I
Hmm.
see things differently than you, than all of the chat,
Hmm.
and that's why I can't really look on Faye right now, because I feel bad and I'm really hard on myself. That's
Ah,
why
like,
I stopped like talking with her much, and that's why I don't watch her streams.
how?
Yeah, perspectival disorder is shit. I can tell you.
Oh,
Like the
that's
fact that
unfortunate.
I see the things very hard on me, and because like someone grows, I can't have fun that he grows. I see that
Hmm.
I can't grow like him. I'm worse than him. That's the thing. And anyone can tell me that. Remember, don't look at that. Growth is nothing. Don't be jealous of people. I can
Um,
tell you that it's not like right in every case.
and another thing, okay, then another thing I will say to maybe help with that is like at least don't look at the follower counts because the follower counts don't really mean much at the end of the day. It's the average viewer counts that do, and honestly, at six average, you already have the same amount of viewers as some people with 600 followers.
You know, I don't even have the 6 average viewers, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some people who have 600 viewers have the same amount of viewers that you do right now. Like I've had people who have like 500 followers, but they get more viewership than people with like 5,000 followers. Like it at the very least, if you do end up comparing things, just don't look at the follower counts. The follower count means nothing. The viewer count, however, that is more of an accurate description of how well you're doing compared to your peers, I guess.
That's
If you
why
need to
when
compare.
that's why when you see that you have 2 average viewers after you hit affiliate, you need to take a break.
Uh, I I guess, but for me, I guess it's the opposite where I'm like, oh, I have 2 average. I need to stream more and more and more because if I don't stream more, then I'm never gonna get bigger. No, I'm. It's like if it's a rule of like if you don't do something, you're never gonna get good at it.
Okay, let's stop with this
Mm-hmm.
because right now is the time for
Chat questions.
chat questions. And right now, chat can ask you any question they want. I see that we have 2 people that are talking, so at least we have someone who can give us a question. So
Ah, yes, two of my friends. Let's see.
So be
Let's see what.
ready to answer what's your dick size or what's I don't know what's your foot size.
My foot size is a 7. My dick size, you have to pay for to find that out.
Okay, I'm gonna look for your offer. Don't worry.
Okay, yes. Will, Nico, do you have any questions for me? Vas, could you tell us what he's doing best? Not very much. How much do I have to pay? How much do you have to
Probably
Nico,
fine.
Nico, I love you, but we both know you can't afford that.
I'm the only person that can afford that, but because I'm the legendary host of the collapse on
You're
Lethal
gonna live on.
Company.
If you
Like,
could create content without worrying about viewers or numbers, etc., would it be any different than the content you put out right now? Kind of, because I would be playing certain games that didn't really pan out very well on stream. So it like I still enjoy what I play. It's just I would be finishing certain things before I got to those games. But other than that, um, yeah, it would be different in the sense that I would have more money to spend on doing uh like stuff that Filian does, where she's like has full body movement and uh
Filian is breaking her neck all the time.
yeah, like full body movement, breaking my neck all the time and like interacting with chat and like oh yeah, definitely I would do so many more just chatting streams if I had like viewers and numbers to not worry about.
They asked
Is
you
your
one
question?
question.
Yeah, yeah. What game would I play? What game would you play if it wasn't one viewership? Currently, it would be Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a JRPG that recently came out last year, and I adore it. But I wasn't really doing great in terms of viewership, and I understand why, because it's a story-based game, and if you miss one stream or parts of it, and you come back to see what's there, you're like, oh, I have no fucking clue what's going on. So it's not the best viewing experience, but I definitely want to finish that someday soon.
So now we wait for more questions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him, you guys can ask me anything. To be honest, I don't mind. Would you give it another go if you have a future with a big audience? Probably not, mostly because I like playing a game once, usually, and not replaying it a lot of times. And for that, I would, uh, just, like, just play it by myself and, like, leave it at that. Okay, next question. What would you change if you could change anything about your journey so far? I would, uh, I would change how I approached, like, yeah, I would change how I approached, how do I word this? Streaming, in the sense that I would be more consistent by just not making a schedule and just streaming when I felt like it. That way I wouldn't be missing days. That way I wouldn't, like, feel like, oh, I'm forcing myself to do something. Instead, just enjoy it for when it was. Do you play Deep Rock Galactic? I do not play Deep Rock Galactic.
Why?
Uh, because I just didn't have it. That's mostly why I don't play most games. I just don't have it. Do you have any advice for that, like for imposter syndrome? Um, hmm. I don't. Okay, so to give you like some perspective, I also felt like that imposter syndrome type of way about other people's growth, especially because like they started at the same time as me. Like practically every single person that I started off streaming with, um, they gained affiliate in like a week. They got 100 followers in like their debut day. They like had much higher average viewer counts than I could ever hope to have, and for a while I was wondering, huh, what are they doing that I'm not doing myself? And at the end of the day, I realized that um, one, I'm providing content that most likely will not cross over to that audience, but it's content that I want to do. So I'm prioritizing my own happiness and fulfillment in that sense. Two, follower accounts, again, don't mean jack shit because, like, it's the average viewership that really matters, and, like, in the end of the day, my average viewership is still slowly climbing, so that means that I'm at least improving. And if I'm improving, that means I'll eventually not only cross where they are right now, I'll surpass where they are. And hopefully I can take them with me. And three, um, I just try to be happy for people if they're doing well. Especially if it's people that have done right by me. Where
Nico, don't steal my questions.
yeah. I try to like do right by people as best as I can, and if they're doing well, then I am gonna be as happy as possible. And yeah, it can get hard, especially when you see people like essentially hitting the jackpot and being like, "Holy shit, you got um." Like I'm like, "Holy shit, you're telling me you got someone to donate $4,000 to you and fund you a PC?" Like, damn, why can't I have that? But then, I realized that, uh, the audiences are always different, and you don't always, uh, get up to what you need. Or not what you need, or like, you don't always get the same type of people in every audience, and that's okay. Because sometimes people who donate that much money are really fucking scary.
They must have really big uh, uh, wallet.
No, they're either really rich or they're very irresponsible with their money. And honestly, I don't really like taking that coin flip. I tell people all the time that unless I know that you are extremely like well off, I'm gonna cut you off at a certain point and be like, yeah, you're not giving me any more money, cause I want people to be able to support themselves. And supporting me at the detriment of their own health, I cannot, like, I can't uh, accept that as a person, let alone like as a streamer.
Okay, so give me a second. I'm gonna give you some money. I'm gonna give you like 200 soups. Don't worry. I'm gonna live free after that.
Uh, I mean, another thing I always tell people is that if you really want to support me monetarily, that you could donate through another method that's not Twitch.
Okay.
I don't think I felt as bad.
Where do I send money?
No, oh please. The people around me, so I mean, they secure moving around them. Will they get tired, bored? When it comes to stuff like that, Nico, I have to remind myself this fact, which I really don't know how to word this without it's coming off a little bit harsh, but I need to remind myself and other people that I am not the center of the universe. They likely are not thinking about me that much. They see me, and that is probably the only times they will ever perceive me. And if I'm not in their purview, they likely will not care. And you know what? That's perfectly healthy, and that's perfectly fine. You're not supposed to think about people all the time.
Okay, we can get like 2 more questions and we'll be ending this segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst thing than feeling jealous, like the feeling that people around are amazing, is feeling that what they are doing better than you. Favorite
Oh
dinosaur.
yeah.
You have another question.
Favorite dinosaur? Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. God, fuck. Um, let me think. I need to think on this. Like, uh, I probably I like Brachiosauruses. They're really cool and goofy and long. Um, like another, like, I guess cliched answer would be like Tyrannosaurus Rexes, but that's partially because I get to do one of my favorite things in D&D with them, which is like just drop a dinosaur on people. It's very funny. Uh, but yeah, I probably have, yeah, probably a Brachiosaurus, the long neck ones. For those of you who do not know.
Okay, I guess that was the last question about dinosaurs. Well,
Hell yeah, yeah.
it is a question. Okay, so question from me is that if you could say something to yourself in the past before the VTubing, what could it be?
Uh, Stick to your goddamn schedules, and I don't mean VTubing scheduled, I mean like life scheduled. Uh, like I'd just be that. I know you're feeling terrible right now, but you're gonna feel even more worse if you don't do the things that you're supposed to be doing. And this constant feedback loop of like feeling terrible because you're not doing something, and then not doing something because you feel terrible is going to ruin your life, and you need to break out of that.
That's all?
Yeah, more
Oh,
or less. Because if I fix that part of my life, I'll more or less fix every other part of my life.
okay. Well, that was quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I always tell people that God gave me depression because I'd be too strong otherwise.
I have God syndrome because I'm autistic, okay? I'm God because I want to be a god. Are you proud of yourself at this spot where you are in?
Kind of. There's definitely a lot of things where I'm like, I definitely could be doing this better, but uh there's a lot of things that I realize that okay, and not to sound too self-congratulatory, but I've come to terms with the fact that I am important in people's lives, and the fact that I can hold that honor is something to be proud of.
That's a very deep
Mm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember I put it here.
Huh? You didn't remember you put it? Oh, okay.
Like I have the like that's are the same questions that I asked Faye because I want to have like these same question for everyone and different answers. So you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have another question. Do you have something you want to tell people by your streaming? What you want to grant your viewers?
Um, joy, psychic damage, and Riz. I want to give them joy in having to see me fail at video games, or give them like kind words when I can, and remind them that they are also like important. Psychic damage because I like making terrible dad jokes and giving people like a- actual brain hemorrhages with how bad it is. And Riz is just like me making my off-kilter sexual jokes sometimes.
That jokes are the best because they are only jokes that are good.
Exactly, exactly.
You don't even need to be a dad to make them.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to be old enough. Okay, we have another question which I really like, and I want to get anything that everything that you think about this question. Everything. You can spill the tea however you want.
Okay.
What's your opinion on platform? Is it accessible for small streamers? Streamers, does it give a way to grow? I mean, mostly Twitch. I I don't ask this question about like Twitter because I don't really use Twitter, but people who will watch this mostly will be about YouTube and
Oh, so
Twitch.
you want my thoughts on like the streaming platforms themselves?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, they all kind of suck across the board in terms of discoverability. If you want to get discovered, you need to make like short content on TikTok or on YouTube, or make like actual videos on YouTube. Those are basically the only two ways that you can like at least have a high chance of discoverability. Everything else has a terrible, terrible algorithm for showing new people.
You can go on. Go on. I want everything you think from this question.
That's that's honestly more or less it. Where like Twitch doesn't have like a proper feed where you can find that, oh, these are the people that I like. Maybe there are other people like them because content in Twitch is like so niche and varied that if you like a certain type of game, you likely have your little group that you see, and you're not going to go outside of it because live streaming is such a big time commitment, and like watching them is too. So it's not like a YouTube video where like I like this YouTuber, I can watch a 20-minute video from them, a 10-minute video from the other one, and so on and so on. And basically the same thing goes for YouTube as well. And YouTube like practically doesn't even advertise that they live stream at all. So that's
Right now, you have one thing that I saw. Even if you don't watch any streams on YouTube, you can get into high, like, search things. Like, you have the small videos that you can click to get to another video.
mm-hmm.
And you can get here without, like, any reason. Randomly appear. And I think right now YouTube is getting progressively more appealing for new streamers, and Twitch is Twitch. No one needs to go around that.
Oh yeah, and I hope there's competition because competition just means good things for all of us. But yeah, honestly, I don't really. I think that there's not really any good way of making it big in a space that's so saturated without do like pumping out short form content.
And tons of content.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, there is one way to get, like, the most in the fastest way possible, and it's posting, like, TikToks and making multi-streaming on TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it. Like that's why I mentioned short form content. You definitely need to post TikToks and things, which I,
Yeah,
don't do, but maybe someday in the future.
at least you have a way to post, like, r- post TikToks really easy from Twitch, and
Mm-hmm.
from, like, you can literally make from the what from clips you can make TikToks really easy. So, well, at least Twitch gives this thing that you can make to the short form. Okay. So, do you have any idea you could how the platform could become more accessible?
Um, for one, I think Twitch is doing a good job by making the little stories section. That's a good way to get people bite-sized chunks of people outside of their spheres. Other than that, uh, honestly, it's kind of tricky to think beyond like they should recommend you a variety of streamers as opposed to just what is the meta. Because I feel like what is the meta oftentimes is really saturated mm, by like the same type of thing, and that's just not appealing to me personally. And like maybe making it easier to learn how to stream, to be honest, because learning the base processes of how to stream and what to do is what stops, I feel, most people from streaming like at all. And if they have more of a um, easier onboarding process, then it would be much more, I guess, appealing for most people to stick with the hobby and not just drop it.
It's really hard to start right now.
Oh yeah, because like the viewership is like dropping a lot across the board for everyone. And that's mostly because we had a little bubble with the pandemic because everybody was inside, but now that bubble's popped. Uh, you can't always like count on people to be here anymore. And that's fine, but that just means you gotta grind out even more. Otherwise, you're gonna be shit out of luck.
Okay, so we have one of the ending questions. What's one thing you could tell small content creators to go to get bigger, to encourage them to stream, to make videos? Of course, it doesn't need to be one thing, you can say more things.
Be curious. Like, is what one of the main things I will say in regards to learning anything. Be curious about why certain things are the way they are, why people use overlays, why people use um certain text-to-speeches, certain programs, or like why people don't do certain things. Um, Ask around for help because there are always so many people are in so many dedicated spaces to help you. Um, then be kind to not only others but to yourself. Give yourself time to grow. Give yourself um all the space required to flourish because it's not going to be easy at the start. And honestly, you probably don't want to blow up at the start because that is a lot of responsibility and that's a lot of pressure immediately put on you. And it's not a healthy thing for anyone to go from 0 to 1000 just like that. Um, and lastly, like, fucking make some friends, goddammit. Like, be social, be like active when you can be. Try to hang out with people outside of streaming just for the sake of it. Because if you don't enjoy the community that you're in, you will not enjoy the activity.
Thank you for answer. And we have
Anytime.
the last question, sadly,
Oh, it's okay. All good things must come to
and
an end.
it's mostly question for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about the interview? Did
It
you
was
enjoy
good.
the conversation? What improvements would you like to see?
No, it was good. It was good. Like it was pretty fun, and in terms of improvements, quote unquote, uh, I think you could open up a little. I think I mentioned this a bit before, but you could like open up a little tab in like a Discord or on Twitter
I
to be
have
like,
Discord. Like, if you, I don't know if the Streamlabs works, but if you type Discord,
oh no,
I think it doesn't work. But
no, it's in your about page,
yeah,
so
yeah,
people can
yeah.
join from there. Yeah, no, no,
I have
I was gonna,
Discord.
no, no, I know you have a Discord. My thing is like, open up a little tab there, like a channel there to be like, hey guys, this is my guest. Um, and tell your guest to be like, could you like post a little about me, about yourselves? Post that about me on the channel and be like, can you guys like give me some questions that you would like to ask this guest? That way, you don't have to wait for the chat to respond on the stream itself. And that way you have like additional material that isn't like repeating questions with every guest.
Yeah, but I need
Uh,
people on my Discord too, you know? That's the problem.
you'll grow eventually. And that's why I said socializing is very important. Uh, and what other things? Like I guess like asking other maybe to switch out one of the questions with a different question every week. That way, like,
I
you can
don't
keep
think
it
I'm
fresh.
gonna do it like every
Or
week.
add another question.
I think I'm gonna stick with the 1 month per.
Oh yeah, no, that I mean, whatever format you want to do, like switch
Yeah,
out
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
questions. That way, like, it can be more fresh every time, and that way, I mean, I guess you won't grow bored of hearing something similar all the time too. But yeah, no, that's the only particular things, and mm, that's about it, honestly. It was pretty fun. It's pretty fine. Not much else I can say.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to ask you today. Thank you for being there with me.
No problem. Thank
And
you for having me.
uh, be aware, I'm going to invite you to the second format that I'm going for to make for YouTube.
Okay.
That which is the podcast. Because I need
Is there
people.
is there any particular topic about the podcast?
Yes, I will tell you every topic that before, not like
Okay.
with the interview.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so thank you everyone for being here, and well, that's all. We'll be ending. Goodbye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Remember to follow VespertineValentine. He is in the caption.
Yes, 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 yes. And remember to drink some water, have your meds, and go like
Yes.
pet a cute animal.
Remember to drink water. I even have the redeem drink water of water.
What can I redeem before we end? Uh,
I don't know what I have in the redeems. Like, there's so many random stuff.
yeah. Hmm. I'll probably save up something, but yes.
Okay, so thank you everyone, and bye bye. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Wait. Huh?
Wait, no, bye bye. Wait, no, bye, no. Who will be the next person that I should interview? I forgot about that.
Okay. We are not going bye bye. We need to. Fuck. Shit.
Uh,
Uh.
who I could interview? Because I'm interviewing people from